Welcome to Wild Heart Yoga, and I'm Lori Lopez. I bring you this practice today with all my heart, my soul. I am in week 6 for hernia surgery. So I'm going to call this practice Yoga After Hernia Surgery. It's been really hard. There's a lot of things I really can't do today still, but I'm going to give you 110% of everything. So welcome. Go ahead and stand on your mat. Feel the earth right underneath your feet. Take a deep breath in using your pranayama breath. Big exhale. Do a couple more of those on your own. Just thinking about something that you really need just to let go. Something that's just eating away at you. I know it sounds easy, but when you take 6 deep breaths and sometimes just hold that breath for a second and let go, not only does it start building up your diaphragm, it also releases anything that's going on in your life right now. Take another inhale. And exhale. And let those hands just hang right next to you. We're going to go ahead and roll our shoulders forward and back, just making some small circles. Just waking up our body a little bit. Showing up to my mat every day, it's what softens my mind. It's what lets go of things that are going on in my life I can't control. So I just surrender to my mat every day. And again, I know it sounds easy, but it is. And the more that you do this, guys, the more you get into a routine. So join me every day on my mat. I offer vinyasa, yin yoga. I love teaching meditation, so I've done a lot of meditation out on the lake. Like my page, subscribe to Wild Heart Yoga, Lori Lopez, and join me every day. And you can sit there and watch me, or you can sit there and join me. Yoga is a journey, and it's like you don't do anything right or wrong. It's really just about showing up in your body. So welcome again. So let's go ahead and work our way all the way down to our mat into child pose. So go ahead and, let me turn this light on. No, not that. That. Here we go. Bring yourself all the way down to your mat. Open those knees nice and wide. And then bring those big toes to touch. Walk those hands out. Let me move my amethyst right there. Bring your hips all the way to the back of the mat, melting your forehead into the mat. Just again, surrendering. When we are in child pose, a lot of people think like, I can't wait to get to child pose, right? Because some people think that that's just a relaxing pose, and it is. But what you're doing right now is you're stretching your hips, you're opening your hips up a little bit, you're stretching your spine. We're waking up our kundalini that's in the bottom of our spine just a little bit. And then we're also, if you engage your core right now, you're also waking up your intestines, right? My elbows are just melted into the mat. If you have really bad shoulders, go ahead and bring your hands behind you and let those shoulders just relax. It's whatever's in your practice. I always say, listen to your body, not your mind. Our mind likes to tell us, oh, just stop and go have a cup of coffee right now. But I really want to challenge you today. Follow me for half an hour. Take a deep breath in, and then push yourself all the way up into tabletop. Walk those knees in slightly. So if I put a block between my thighs right now, that would be hip distance. You don't really want it putting too much pressure on your hips. So you'll hear me say hip distance apart a lot. I want these shoulders right over my wrist. Fingers are nice and wide. And relax. Go ahead and push those hips back. Tops of your feet on the mat. Engage your core. Now get these shoulders, and when you hear me say them, say melt down your back. So I don't want them up here. We do that all day long. I really want you to melt them down your back. Now lengthen your neck and stay here for a second. Just breathe. Inhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale, cow. So what I do is I engage my core as much as I can right now. Shoulders down the back, lift the chin up, deep breath in. Exhale, cat. Bring the core into your spine. Round that back, bring your chin all the way into your chest. Another inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Just continue this on your own. Inhale and exhale. So just do these for a couple more times. So because I just had hernia surgery, I really feel every movement that we're doing. I feel it in my core. I feel it all the way up into my diaphragm. I feel it in my back. So after any type of surgery, you're always supposed to wait 6 weeks, right? So for me, what I've been doing is just meditation. And, you know, I've been stretching my arms and using a couple, but even doing this, I can feel it in my core. So just know that when we're doing exercises, a lot of times you might think this is so easy. I want to go on to a harder instructor. Stay with me because I love Power Vinyasa Yoga. Just for right now, I'm doing some stuff that's pretty easy. And easy doesn't mean too easy. It means I'm really stretching my core. Again, get those shoulders. Push them down your back. Exhale, cat's our last one. Come all the way back into tabletop. Take a deep breath in. Big open mouth exhale. So we're going to bring our right foot behind us. So I'm going to walk my left knee in a little bit. And then I'm going to bring my right foot behind me, lifting it up. And I'm going to drop that right hip down a little bit. Engage your core. And if you can, you bring your left hand out. If you want to, you bring it to your waist. You know, it's up to you. Now, melt those shoulders back down your back. And we're going to tap and up. There's 7, 6. Arch your foot. 5. So flex that foot nice and hard. 3, 2, and 1. So what are we working? Not only are we working our legs, but we're also working our lower back right there. So this is a really nice, easy stretch for our lower back. So if you do have any type of back problems, you know, if you went to a therapist, your therapist would say, do what we're doing right now. Just do the other side. So here I am. I feel my hip up. So I'm going to roll it down. It's like my hips are headlights shining down on my mat. So I'm going to arch that foot, really flex it nice and hard, and then bring it up and down. So there's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that all the way back down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. So we're going to thread the needle to the right. So just put your palm up and look at it. And then bring it all the way through. Drop that right shoulder down. Push your hips back a little bit. Take a deep breath in here. And then if you want to, you pick up your left hand, palm up, and just put it all the way up your back as much as you can. And then take that left shoulder and kind of look at it a little bit and open it up. Deep breath in. Let go of something. You know, in life, there's always something going on. It's always a roller coaster, right?
I was watching the news this morning. It said divorce is really up. I can really understand that. Even though I have an amazing husband, you know, right now we've been stuck with each other more than we ever have. We've been married 42 years, but for the last 6 months, we're on top of each other in this house, right? So making something fun, doing something different. And if you need ideas about that, I'm full of them after 42 years. Take another inhale. And then bring that left hand all the way down. And I'm going to push myself up. Again, we're in tabletop. Think about your body. Push those hips back. Engage the core. Shoulder down the back. Now go ahead and look at that palm. Bring that hand through and thread the needle to the left. So I'm melting my shoulder into the mat and then pushing my hips back. Now pick up that right hand, bring it all the way up, open up that shoulder. Deep breath in, deep breath out. So for some of us, we've been working. For some of us, we haven't. I'm a hairdresser, and so in California, I am not working. But we just opened our doors on Monday. So yay, we're back to work. You know, we were back to work and then they closed our doors on us. We worked for 3 weeks. So in 6 months, you know, I worked 3 weeks, which I actually didn't go back to work. So it's been about 6 months. Go ahead and bring that hand all the way down. Push yourself up. And then come back into tabletop. So for everybody, there's challenges all the time. I want you to walk your hands out. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Why do I do that? For one, it helps with arthritis. For two, it helps with my balance. We're going to come into down dog. So you tuck your toes under, and then you bring your hips all the way up to the back of the room. So let's just really get into really good down dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Melt those heels down to the mat. Now, if you wanted to, you could try and melt those heels a little bit more. Walk those feet in. You should look like a really beautiful inversion. Look between your legs, shoulders down your back, engaging your core. 6 weeks, no yoga. I feel it. I feel all this, you guys. I've heard like people say I can't do yoga because my wrists hurt. Well, yeah. When you first start doing yoga, your wrists are going to be sore. But as you do more yoga, don't give up. They get stronger. Push those hips back a little bit more. Now take a deep breath in and look forward. Now you could jump. Now I'm not going to jump yet. So I'm going to bring one foot and then the other foot. Inhale, halfway lift. So let's stay right here. Push those hips back. Shoulders are down my back, and I slid my fingers up my shins. Looking straight down at the earth. Deep breath in. Bend those knees and bring yourself all the way up into mountain pose. It's our first mountain pose. Bring those hands all the way together. Bring those elbows in. Squeeze your glutes. Lift up through your knees. Shoulders down your back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale your hands into your heart. Close your eyes for a minute. Really scan your body. What's your body need today? Does it need just to be release something? Or are you having a beautiful day and you're loving life? You're the one that makes everything happen. I talk to people all the time about their problems, and the one thing I find is that we all control our destiny. We all control what's going on in life. And if you can't, write it down, journal it, get a big poster board, put your goals across the top. Because if you don't see it, you don't believe it, it doesn't happen. So one of my goal boards I just did was I did lose weight. It's my goal to lose weight. But you have to know how much weight you want to lose. Over how much?
8 pounds. I weigh 170, I'm 5'10", and I like to weigh 162. So I only have to lose 8 pounds. But I need to see my weight that I want to weigh, 162. So you write that down. Next column. How am I going to do that? Oh, sorry, deadline. What is my deadline? Well, I'd like to lose that by Christmas. That's 4 months away. Can you believe that? So that's 2.5 pounds a month. What a piece of cake, right? Don't eat cake. Next to that, well, how am I going to do that? For me, I'm going to have to up my cardio and I'm going to have to hike 2 days a week. What am I going to give up to get all this? I am going to give up 50% of the sugar that I eat. I know it's a big one, right? What am I going to have to give up to get all this? I am going to have to give up my phone in the morning. We all have these habits. I come downstairs, I have my cup of coffee, I get on Instagram, I get on Facebook, I check my accounts, right? Wrong. I'm going to set my phone down. I'm going to see if I have any messages that are important. If I don't, I'm setting my phone down. I'm not getting on Facebook. I'm not getting on Instagram. And I'm going to give myself a deadline. So, and I know you guys are right now just standing here and listening. It's giving yourself guidelines and actually seeing it on a piece of paper. And so that's my little gift to you. It's like I say that I'm on Facebook also under Wild Heart Yoga, Lori Lopez. It's like when you give a dog a treat and you say sit, you give a treat. You say lay, you get a treat. You say heel, they get a treat. Before you know it, they're doing all this stuff because they know they get a treat, right? Well, I am your treat. I am your treat. When you see me pop up on YouTube, like my page, subscribe, share it. When you see me on Facebook, I am your treat because you know I'm going to inspire you. I'm going to push you. I am going to tell you all about my problems because I'm a human being and I know all the challenges that we all go through. I gave you a little break for a minute, right? Take another deep breath in. Open up your feet nice and wide. So my toes are facing you. I'm looking down to make sure. Pulling them in a little bit. Take a deep breath in. Bring your hands to your waist and exhale, wide-legged forward fold. So I squeeze my booty, my glutes, and then as I come forward, if you have a bad back, go ahead and bend your knees slightly. Bring your hands all the way down to your mat. Now straighten those legs. You might straighten one and then straighten the other, or maybe they're both straightened. Relax the head. And you're breathing, right? Engaging the core. Let the shoulders just fall down your back. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's walk our hands all the way to the right. Push that hip to the left. Walk the hands all the way to the left. Push that left heel into the mat. You should feel that nice stretch in your hamstring. Take another deep breath in. And then walk your hands all the way back. Bend those knees. Bring your hands to your knees. We're going to inhale, cow. Get those shoulders, push them down your back. Exhale, cat. One more inhale. And then push yourself. One, roll all the way up, one vertebra at a time. Walk those feet in and then turn all the way that way. Let me check and see my timing. Perfect. Inhale, mountain pose. Bringing those hands all the way up. Bringing your thumbs into your third eye's intuition. Into your mouth for communication. And into our heart for love. I have faith in myself. I trust myself. I surrender to anything that makes me think otherwise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. So this is my first chaturanga I've done in 6 weeks. So you bring your hands all the way down. Bring your feet back. Now you could jump back. I'm not today. I'm going to drop my knees to modify. Then I'm going to walk my hands back a little bit. Feel the length in your spine. Bend those elbows, bring them in, and bring yourself all the way down. Bringing your forehead all the way down to your mat. I want you to stay here for a minute. Bring those elbows back in. Squeeze the core. Inhale, upward facing dog. So go ahead and come all the way up. Now you might just be right here, lifting your hands up off the mat. Deep breath in, and by doing this now, squeeze your booty. You're working your lower back. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. So push yourself up. I'm on my knees. This is modification. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Good job, Lori. Take another inhale. Big exhale. Deep breath in. Letting the oxygen flow through my body. Releasing anything not serving me again. Don't worry about it. Today's a new day. I can control what happens today. Tomorrow, I do not know. Yesterday, I cannot control. It's over with, right? You can't go back in time. I'm going to write a new chapter today. Take a deep breath in and walk your feet all the way to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up into Samasthiti. Bring your hands into your heart. Squeeze your glutes. Now I want you to open your feet. And we're going to do this little dance. It's just make a circle with our hips. Now your hands, you can leave your hands out, facing down, or you can bring your hands to your hips. It's up to you. And go ahead, like for right now, we're making, bend those knees. We're gonna make a bigger circle. And now come up. My feet are straight. We're gonna make a little circle. Now let's go the other way. Now, if you guys do this all the time, follow me doing the exact same thing every single day. And I want you to do that for 5 days. I want you to go onto YouTube. I want you to watch this. Do the same thing every day. And you're going to learn what a chaturanga is. You're going to learn what an upward facing dog is. And so I didn't do that many moves today. A wide-legged forward fold. So you're going to learn these moves. You'll get to know the sound when I say it, and then you won't have to watch me and think. You'll just listen. So now bend the knees and make that circle a little bit bigger. So I'm engaging my core and I'm pushing my booty out and I'm bringing it in. And then come all the way back up. Bring your feet all the way back together with just a little bit of light between my toes. Standing up nice and tall. I want you to open up your heart right now. This is our 4th chakra. So bring your shoulders together and really pinch those shoulder blades. Bring the hands all the way down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And bring that right hand all the way up. Drag that left hand down your thigh. Deep breath in again. Exhale that hand all the way down. And let's bring the left hand all the way up. Deep breath in. So while you're here just really fast, I want you to pay attention to what your body's doing. So when I'm in a pose, I always give it like 110%. I think about what I'm doing. And then eventually, you don't have to do that anymore. So my hand's trying to touch the sky here, but I'm taking this elbow and I'm opening it up by bringing it behind me, dragging my right hand down my thigh, getting that left hip and really pushing it, squeezing your booty, your glutes, squeezing your quads. Really relax this right shoulder and then just look up. Unless you have a really bad neck, and then you would just look down. Now bring that hand all the way back down. Bring your hands all the way back into Samasthiti, stand at attention. I want you to feel the earth underneath your feet. It's been there forever, guys. There's been so many people that have walked this earth. Mother Nature is just amazing. I want you to relax your shoulders down your back, and your thumb right here, I want you to place it in the middle of your chest. Bring your palms together. This is a great time to say a prayer for someone, or you also can just go click, click. And I say we all have this little pilot light right here, and it likes to go dim once in a while. Believe me, I know. And I'm gonna go click, and I'm gonna light that as bright as I can, and I'm gonna be the most positive person today. So every time someone says something negative, I'm gonna turn it into a positive. Every time I turn my TV on and it's violence, it's something I don't agree with, I'm gonna turn my TV off. Every time I open up my refrigerator and I go for that something that's not nutritious, I'm gonna close the refrigerator, okay? So whatever I put in my mouth, I ask myself, what does this do for my body? Close your eyes for a minute. Take an inhale. I'm a teacher. I'm a student. I bring light where there's darkness. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today, guys. It was a very short practice, like I said. I just had hernia surgery. I actually will be going back in the hospital on Tuesday because they have to put tubes in me now. So I will be off for another 6 weeks. But what I will be doing is a lot of meditation. So jump onto YouTube. You can follow me and do all my old, not old, they're pretty new really, but I started back in March. I have an hour and a half of just what is yoga, how to do yoga, what is Warrior 2. I explain it all. I also have a lot of, on Facebook, storytelling, where it's called Wine Meditation and Storytelling, where I read people's stories. It's a safe space for you to write me a story. I don't mention your name, and it's like a release. So go on there and check me out everywhere, okay? Have a great day.